Peace and blessings. This is Lisa Marie Goodson of the Afrocentric Home and Style Decor channel and show. And so today, as promised, I said I was going to talk about, first of all, a haul. Everybody loves a haul, especially women. I know you love a haul because I love hauls. And today I wanted to show you some of the things that me and my husband picked up this weekend. And I'm so excited. Do you get excited about plants? Do you just love plants? Do you wish you could just grow plants and have so many of them and that they just bring you love and beauty throughout your home? Well, you can, and you can do it inexpensively. For those that don't know, farmer markets are actually great places to get plants, and we are very fortunate to be in North Carolina where we have a beautiful farmers market in the Raleigh-Durham area, and it's actually the Raleigh Farmers Market. So if you don't have one, check flower markets, check plant stores, even Home Depot, Lowe's, or your nearest hardware store actually carries plants, and so there's something there for you. So let me tell you about the plant, y'all, that my husband and I purchased just yesterday, and this is called an elephant plant. Elephant ears? I think it's an elephant ears plant, which is even better. Elephant ears plants. Do you see the beauty? Of course, we bought two. Look at the size of these leaves. You can actually see why they would call them elephant ears. And so each plant was $20. It was actually $22. Another tip is buying more than one plant. Most of the sellers of the plants would be happy to give you a little deal. So we told we wanted two instead of 22 a piece. We paid 2 for $40. They are wonderful. These are what we call, in a sense, they're going to be tall trees. They're wonderful for large spaces when you have high ceilings. This is a great plant to have. This plant particularly was actually trained to be grown in a greenhouse, and so there she said that it didn't need direct sun. It actually needs, kind of sun that is a little filtered or just not direct, and this space is perfect for it. Remember in my other video, or my other show, or part of my video show, I taught you about where to place your plants and knowing your space and how to have plants that are conducive to your space. And so that deals with sun or lack of sun or high light or low light. And so this plant is perfect for us. Fell in love with it. I told my husband, I think these plants are going to be magical. Love these plants. Okay, so a couple of things. You can't have plants without having beautiful plant stands. So we picked up these plants actually at TJ Maxx, and these stands are just amazing. Like these stands, what I like about them, usually I'll get those stands where they're the high stands, and you could even sit plants on them, but you could probably sit a sculptor on it, you could sit a plant flower vase on it. Well, this one, I decided that I wanted something new. I wanted something that really looked like a plant stand, but something that was lower, and I also love color. I love to bring in color even in what my plants stand on. So the plants have color, and then the stand happens to be green. So we got the larger size, this one. This was $9.99. And then we got the smaller size one, just for variety, because one plant is actually a little taller than the other. So we'll put the shorter plant on the higher stand, and we'll put the higher plant on the lower stand. And so this plant is nice and short and perfect, and I absolutely love it. So I just wanted to show you this plant stand. I'm so excited. And so of course, stay tuned, because I'm also going to show you how I style all of this in my home. Another thing that I hauled, something very simple but wonderful and feminine, and I think that you would love it. And actually, you know what? Let me put that aside, because that's actually I'm not going to actually probably do that in this haul, but I talk about Afrocentric home decor. For me, first of all, I truly believe that plants are bringing in the nature. It's reminiscent of being in Africa or Caribbean or some natural environment. And so I think it really goes with the decor. But I also, what we like is, of course, there's nothing like, if you're talking about Afrocentric decor, you're talking about culture, you're talking about history. And so we're also talking about using stuff like books or brooms or even quilts to not just put in the obvious places or use them for the obvious reasons, but also to use them as displays of beautiful art. So I'm really into the Gullah Geechee culture. I believe that I am a descendant of the Gullah Geechees, and I'm going to do more research on that. But I said, well, one way to do research is through reading stories about the Gullah Geechee. So this wonderful book right here, it's called Gullah Geechee in America. Maybe my husband can actually get a close-up on this book. So we'll have him do that because I think this book is worth seeing, and I also want you to see the beauty of this book. So let's just get a little close up on this. And I got this off Amazon. I paid $16.95. I guess that's the price here. I don't know. Maybe I probably paid less. And it's a book. It's by a man named Wilbur Cross. But the intro is by another man named Emery Douglas. I believe Emery Shaw Campbell. Excuse me, Emery Shaw Campbell. And I love him. And I'm laughing because Emery Douglas is actually a famous artist for the Black Panther Party of self-defense. So it's Emery Shaw Campbell, and he actually is a brother. The one who wrote it is not, but anyway, beautiful book. And I'm going to show you how I use it in my Afrocentric home decor. Even though it's a book, it also is a work of art. Just the beautiful painting is absolutely stunning. And so I absolutely love it. The cover art is actually, of course, y'all know who the cover art's by. My favorite artist, which makes sense, Jonathan Green, is a Gullah Geechee artist who captures the life and the life and the colors and the vibrancy of the Gullah Geechee culture. And so, of course, if we're going to talk about his art is being used on the cover of this book, let's talk about something else I picked up that I think would be excellent in your home. Again, if you don't have the money right now to buy expensive pictures, or you don't have the money to buy, even prints, this is a wonderful way of your favorite artist, of getting the work of your favorite artist in one place. And this is also the art of Jonathan Green, who also did that particular picture on the book. This is, you can call it a picture book. You can call it whatever you want. I just picked it up yesterday. Again, I got this from Amazon. What prompted this was when I wore that purple dress and everybody, and I didn't know why I should have wore that dress. Actually, I'll have that. That dress will be featured if you stay tuned on the fashion portion. But what I love about this book, first of all, it's beautiful, and it has all the images, many images of Jonathan Green, and it really captures the Gullah Geechee culture. And so this book is absolutely amazing. And so I hauled this, and I want to show you something else that I hauled, a couple of things that I hauled. And what's the next thing is I want to show you, it's right to the side. Now, I'm all into Afrocentric home decor, but I'm also into, how to display things, practicality of it. And so I remember seeing something like this, believe it or not, very not like this, but kind of like this in the Dollar Tree. And I thought to my husband, I need a desk, but I need a desk where I'm able to actually hold more than one thing. So in my mind, I wanted to have something where I have a journal that I like to work out of, and I also have a workbook. And I couldn't figure out how to stay in bed, write in my books without leaning over the bed or whatever. And so I decided, TJ Maxx again, $16.99. I think they call it a laptop table. And it's a wonderful, I love this. You can actually, of course, you see how the legs actually come out so they stand. You can see myself in it. If I was in bed right now, you would have this here. And another way you can do what I did with my trays in the bedroom, and I'll show you, is this is a wonderful way to actually keep this displayed on the bed while you're not in it during the day, and have this and your little books on it. But again, I'll show you how it's displayed. So another thing that it does is it closes, which is great. And you can actually store it in many places. It adjusts to, and it's $16.99 TJ Maxx. You can store it under the bed and the whole bit. So the other items that I have for you, I actually am not going to show you now because I want to show you when we do our girly home spa tour. I'll show you those things. Anyway, I hope you like my mini haul. I'm going to again stay tuned, so I'll show you how I actually displayed in our home. And thank you so much. Stay tuned for a nice rendition of a peach cobbler for the summer, and it's all raw. Peace and blessings.